What's up, guys? It's Casey Zolgaman, aka the Fort Sanderson Sister, coming at you with a Hocus Pocus 3 speculation video. In today's video, I'm going to share my thoughts on the likelihood of Hocus Pocus 3 actually happening. Now, I'm not as well versed on the inside track at Disney, but I'll report what I can, so let's get started. First off, let's talk about how Hocus Pocus 2 came out under the reign of Bob Chapek, whom no one liked, evidently. And again, this is I don't know much about this stuff, but I'm reporting what I've seen, thing. He made some financial and communicative blunders that eventually got him booted. But Bob Iger, I believe, was around during the development of both Disney Plus and Hocus Pocus 2 as one of its big projects, and he has now returned to the seat that Bob Chapek was holding. That said, many of the subs have informed me that Disney Plus was like Bob Iger's baby, so he's probably going to be looking at that heavily to influence some of his decisions now that he's back in the power seat. And what was the biggest movie Disney Plus has ever seen? What was the movie that shattered the Nielsen streaming record for opening weekend? Hocus Pocus 2. It smashed the record previously set by Encanto's 2.2 billion with a whopping 2.7 billion minutes watched in the opening weekend. To Iger, I imagine, that number looks very, very good right about now, with all the crap he has to try to fix. Hocus Pocus 2 was an absolute streaming juggernaut for Disney Plus, with its teaser trailer alone taking down giants like The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett in views in the first 24 hours of it being up. Star Wars, it beat Star Wars. It beat Star Wars. It was a financial success for Disney Plus in absolutely the highest degree, and rightfully so, because it was really, really good. So, of course, Iger will be looking at those numbers and seeing what worked. Now, Iger also made it a point, but take this with a grain of salt, because you know what people in power say, to say they're going to listen to the fans more. Disney's going to start listening to the fans more now that he's back. Now, whether that's in tandem with the catastrophe at the Disney World and Disneyland parks or the media itself, I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. It's a very general statement. But that, my friends, is what could potentially hurt the outcome of a Hocus Pocus 3. Now you may be asking yourselves, why would that have anything to do with this? Why would that hurt Hocus Pocus 3's chances? Well, that's because a vocal majority of people on the internet, you know the ones, they never say anything nice no matter what, no matter how hard you try, they just want to complain and make everybody just as angry as they are at the world because they have too much time on their hands.
I suggest we form a calming circle.
Those are the ones who are trashing Hocus Pocus 2. There is a very loud faction of people who did not like the film, and they make sure everyone knows that. I got into a match with one such person, and they just would not let it go and allow me to like the movie. Never, ever, ever get into fights with energy vampires, guys. It just isn't worth it. What does this have to do with endangering Hocus Pocus 3? You may be asking yourself. Because the loudest voices will make sure they get heard one way or another. Please laugh at that pun. But if enough of us who did like Hocus Pocus 2 make it known that we'd be okay with a third one, it could do some damage control. Now, you all know my feelings about a third one. Unless it's done in a very specific way, I don't want it. I don't want it. They'd have to keep the character development from Hocus Pocus 2 in order for it to feel continuous, or come up with a gosh darn good reason for the sisters to backtrack. I'm sorry. I know. A lot of you don't want a Maleficent story arc for the Sanderson sisters. But honestly, that's the only way I think this is going to work, in my opinion. You'd have to come up with a really good reason for them to just backtrack on that character development at the end of that movie. Because, holy moly, that was some character development. There were a lot of good new elements brought into Hocus Pocus 2 that could make for a very compelling final chapter in the lives of the Sanderson sisters. I'm not going to lay out my idea again, but you can watch it by clicking on this thing right here. Fans are what got Hocus Pocus 2 made. Fans and Bette Midler really, really pushing for it. And we're the ones who will make or break a third movie. Us and the Golden Trio. If Bette, Kathy, and Sarah Jessica are not on board, we don't want it. We don't want it. We do not want it if they are not there. They are the reason we watch Hocus Pocus every year. They are the reason we watch Hocus Pocus 2 every year from now on. And Hocus Pocus 3 would only be successful if they signed on. They are the Sanderson sisters, and replacing them would be blasphemy. Bette has said she would love a franchise.
And I love this because you've always wanted to be a part of a franchise. Here we are.
Can I have a franchise too?
Yes.
No.
And does that mean if a third one came along, you would be interested?
Depends. I'm not going to commit myself.
Sarah Jessica has also said she's in if Bette is in.
Bet is already starting rumors. Like I said, I hitch my wagon to her star. If she wants to do a third one, no one says no to the divine Miss M.
And ever our shining ray of sunshine, our wonderful Kathy, gave us the famous never say never. But both Bette and Kathy have said they think the story has been told and they don't want to beat a dead horse, which is absolutely respectable, as I too don't want something that's just a shameless money grab. I want a story, and I know you guys want a story too. Those characters deserve more than a shameless money grab. They deserve a proper ending, which I feel they got in Hocus Pocus 2, but a third one could make it even better. Like a true, proper send-off for all three of them together instead of separate. Like they all get to go at the same time instead of dying separately. And if a good enough story is presented to the trio, they've all said they would do it. It would definitely ride on them signing on, which comes down to how good the story is. Frankly, I liked what Jen D'Angelo wrote with David Kirshner. And if they collaborate again, we are sitting pretty with the girls returning. I truly believe that formula would lead us to a third film. Or, circling back to what Bob Iger said about listening to fans, our third movie could be a prequel. The young Sanderson sisters were widely well received, and a lot of fans, myself included, wanted more time with them and want more of them. I think this is a very real possibility, considering how much love the characters and young actresses got from their part in the film. Fans have expressed that they would like to see a prequel instead of a third movie, and I'm on board with that. I would love a prequel. I would watch a prequel in a heartbeat. Let's go. Don't threaten me with a good time. And if they wanted to do both, a third movie and a prequel, I could totally see them releasing one as like a prelude to the other. Like, stuff that happens in one will really play up what happens in the other one. Kind of thing. Because, at the end of the day, this property makes them money hand over fist, and knowing Disney, they'll milk this cash cow till she runs dry and then cook the steaks. Overall, with the broken records, huge success, and mixed reviews from fans, I'd say our odds of a Hocus Pocus 3 are around 60-40, with 60 being us getting a third movie, and 40 being the franchise's end. So what do you all think? How likely do you think it is that we will get a third Hocus Pocus? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you are new to my channel, please remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It's free. It helps me. What helps me helps you guys get more great content like this. Also, a quick shout out to one of my best friends and subscribers, Sarah Lewis. She got me this awesome new shirt for Christmas, and I love it. It's very cozy, and I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Black Flame Gaming is back on Saturday night, and we'll be continuing Sarah Sanderson's playthrough of Pokemon Dark Violet. The gaming streams, guys, they are honestly a lot of fun because they're really just chill sessions with me while I play a game with one of the sisters as our avatar, like right now is Sarah. But I love getting to talk to you guys in the chat. You guys are so much fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. And I say they're chill sessions, but well, they're chill until something in-game starts going wrong. Then you get to laugh at me going into hysterics like what happened this past Saturday, which you can watch that by clicking on this thing right here. This is the year Hocus Pocus turns 30. So, surprise, guys! On Sunday, July 16th, the anniversary of Hocus Pocus at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, God willing, I'll be going live with a special anniversary watch-along of the first movie. Also, my birthday is coming up in April, and I'll be doing a special birthday stream on April 16th. That said, I'm getting a P.O. box ready to go, and it should be ready, hopefully, by this Friday. So, from now until the first week of April, so I can make sure everything gets here, if you want to send fan mail, this is going to be your opportunity. I'll be opening the fan mail and reading any letters you send me on stream, as long as you're okay with it. Please indicate whether or not you want me to actually read the letter by, like, writing it on the paper, going, hey, this is okay to read on stream. I'll be putting, whenever I get it, the P.O. box will be in the About section of this channel. So yes, if you would like to send fan mail for the birthday stream, I'll be opening them all up on stream that day, and we're just going to have a lot of fun doing that. It's kind of going to be more like, I don't exactly know what we're going to do with it yet, but probably going to be more of a live Q&A thing. Just, it's going to be fun. We're going to have some Hocus Pocus fun, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love fun.
If you're a regular on this channel, please remember to drop a like and share your thoughts on our topic for the day down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Casey Zogelman, aka the Fourth Sanderson Sister, and I will see you, witches and wizards, later.
I am